Giant squid. For centuries, sailors returned from the ocean with the same terrifying story. They claimed they had seen enormous tentacled monsters rising from the depths, creatures so large they could wrap around ships. Most people laughed.
Few people laughed.
The stories sounded ridiculous. Then, in 2004, something happened that changed everything. Researchers managed to photograph a living giant squid for the very first time. And suddenly, those crazy sailor stories didn't seem so crazy anymore. Some giant squids can grow longer than a school bus. Their eyes are the largest in the animal kingdom. Each one is roughly the size of a basketball. Scientists believe they spend most of their lives in complete darkness, thousands of feet below the surface. What's really unsettling is that despite their enormous size, we still know surprisingly little about them. Imagine an animal larger than many cars, living on the same planet as us, yet remaining almost completely hidden. Deep Sea Gigantism. If you think spiders are creepy now, wait until you see what happens to them in the deep ocean. Scientists have discovered a bizarre phenomenon known as deep sea gigantism. For some reason, certain creatures become much larger than their relatives living near the surface. We're talking about giant sea spiders, giant isopods that look like armored alien cockroaches, massive worms, enormous crustaceans. Some look less like animals and more like monsters from a science fiction movie. The weirdest part? Scientists still aren't completely sure why this happens. One theory suggests colder temperatures slow down metabolism. Another suggests high pressure plays a role. But nobody knows for certain. And considering how little of the ocean we've explored, there could be creatures down there even larger than anything we've discovered so far. Unknown sounds from the abyss. In the middle of the ocean, scientists placed underwater microphones designed to listen for earthquakes and volcanic activity. Instead, they heard things they couldn't explain. Strange sounds, loud sounds, sounds coming from somewhere deep beneath the surface. These sounds didn't match known animals, they didn't sound like ships, and they didn't sound like earthquakes. For years, nobody knew what was creating them. Most eventually received possible explanations: moving ice, geological activity, natural ocean processes. But one sound stood above all the others, a sound so powerful that it was detected thousands of miles away. And when scientists first heard it, they genuinely had no idea what had made it. They called it the Bloop, Baltic Sea Anomaly. In 2011, a Swedish exploration team was scanning the floor of the Baltic Sea. Then their sonar detected something unusual. At first, they assumed it was just a rock formation, but when they looked closer, the object appeared almost perfectly circular, roughly 200 feet across, resting alone on the sea floor. Images quickly spread online. People immediately started comparing it to a crashed spaceship. Others thought it could be evidence of a lost civilization. The theories became wilder every week. When divers finally investigated the site, they discovered unusual rock formations and strange shapes surrounding the object. Scientists later argued that it was likely a natural geological formation left behind by glaciers thousands of years ago. But many people remained unconvinced, because even today, the anomaly still doesn't look like something nature should have created. The Black Demon. Along the coast of Mexico, fishermen tell stories about something enormous lurking beneath the water. They call it the Black Demon. According to witnesses, it's a gigantic shark with jet black skin and glowing eyes. Some claim it's over 50 feet long, far larger than a great white shark, far larger than almost any shark ever recorded. Most scientists dismiss the stories as exaggerations. After all, no verified evidence exists, no photographs, no captured specimen, nothing. But that's exactly what makes the story unsettling, because people said the same thing about giant squids. For centuries, they were dismissed as myths, until they weren't. And considering we've explored less of the ocean than we have the moon, the possibility remains. Somewhere beneath miles of darkness, there may still be creatures we've never seen, creatures that would completely change our understanding of life on Earth.